Let's create this amazing decoupage fawn art bottle together.
Hi, Teresa with Indigo Moon Arts, and right now we are in mid-process of doing my latest art bottle, and we have pulled a few of the molds out of the freezer, and I'm just going to show you how to remove them. We will have additional molds. I have more in the freezer and so forth, but you only need to see the process once or twice. Anyway, this particular mold we've just pulled out. You can tell it's not really drying, that's freezing. So we treated it with cornstarch, we popped it in there, we rolled it down, we used a little bit of water on top. This is a slow process. You're just going to slowly pull it away, not ripping it off like a Band-Aid, to make sure that we don't lose the detail. And now I'm actually pushing from the outside. Some people tend to do it this way. I'm just going to push it like this. Let's see if I can do it this way. Sorry, I'm off camera, off screen here. This one's very detailed, so I'm taking my time with it. And then there we go. We got it now. And we're just going to pull it a little bit at a time like that. See, I'm not pulling. Oh, look at that. Beauty miss. Isn't that gorgeous? So now what's happened is it's frozen and we are going to let it dry, because if we start handling it, it's going to unfreeze and it's going to lose its rigidity, and it still has to dry. So the reason that we do it this way too, if I were ready to go, if I had done this and my image was down, I could place this on my bottle and mold it to that. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to sit it down on the side over here and try to stay away from it for a while till I need it. And now let's remove the other one. This is a thinner mold, much thinner. That's just some junk that's in there. And again, we're just pulling it slowly from the edges. You want to loosen it before you pull it out. See, we're going to get as much of it as we can, because again, keep in mind, it is not completely cured. It is simply temporarily cured by freezing it to be able to remove it. Once you get it that far, you can actually pinch the mold together, if you see what I'm doing here, and then you can just tap it like that. I was saying before, these are thin molds. I don't care for the thin molds as much. You can tap some of that, any extra that you don't need on the edges, like if it was some overflow on the back, you can tap it then. You're better not to, handle these as much as possible. See how that end just flared up a little bit from dropping it? Anyway, put them down, let them dry. If you were ready to go, which is the best timing on this, is to make your molds once your images are down, bottles painted, you're ready to use them. But I don't paint my molds until they're dry, which is really an overnight situation. So sometimes I let them sit on the top of the bottle, like I'll put it on there, but you got to be careful. Make sure it's fully dry, because if you do that and it's not, it could stick to the bottle and then you could break it taking it off trying to move it. So we're very close. We are super, super close to the bottles being dry, being ready to adhere those images. This was the last bottle I was doing. I still have to primer the back. But the other bottles for now look like they're done. So we've got our maple syrup bottle. This looks pretty dry, bottom, top, all of it. We've got our square bottle. That's pretty well dry, bottom, top, all ready to go. For this bottle, like I said before, we're going to use one of these, simply because it doesn't come with a top. So we're going to paint that. Anyway, but I'm going to set that aside for now, just planning a little bit. My crown bottle is still drying. This is the one we're actually doing today. Well, we're doing them all, sort of. But this is my focal point for the day. Bottom's there. We have about 10, 15 more minutes of drying. Anyway, we don't need to watch it dry. Stay tuned. More to follow. We have some short videos. Some are longer. But once we start getting into the process, this is all the prep work, we call it. Once I start getting into the processes, the videos get longer. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. Love, love. Bye.